Welcome to Magic Boy fans.
All right, today we're jumping into a short but incredibly powerful poem. It's called Ballad of the So-Called Media, and it pulls absolutely no punches when it comes to power, truth, and the role of the press. So let's break it down. Wow, okay, the poet wastes zero time, right? This is the very first line, and it just drops this bombshell. It's not just an opening, it's a direct accusation that sets the entire tone. The message is crystal clear. The media here isn't just reporting the news, it's a tool, a weapon even, for the people in charge. So let's dig into that idea, because it really is the heart of the whole poem. We're going to unpack this central accusation, that the media's allegiance, well, it's not with the people, it's with the powerful. You see, the poet lays out this whole strategy, step by step. It's not just about reporting with a little spin. No, they claim the media is actively selling lies. It's a playbook, really. Praise your leaders, hide what you're really up to, and then just tear down the opposition. It's all designed to do one thing: bow before the crown. I mean, the poem is basically describing a full-on propaganda machine. And you can see this double standard so clearly here. On one hand, it's all about the leader's glory, right? But on the other side, they take any mistake the opposition makes and twist it, using it to make the rulers look even more heroic. This isn't just slanted reporting. According to the poem, it's literally weaponizing information. And we're not talking about a small fib here and there. The poem describes the scale of this as massive. Think about that image: mighty lies cascade like floods. That's not a trickle, it's a deluge, an overwhelming force that's so powerful it makes honest hearts grow pale. It paints this picture of a public that's just drowning in misinformation, completely powerless. But, this isn't just about political games. The poem makes it very clear that this flood of lies has real, devastating consequences for actual people. So next, let's look at that, the human cost when the media, as the poet sees it, fails its duty. Just wow, that line is so stark. Think about the contrast. The official story is all glory and praise, but the reality, the country is suffering. And that word, silence, is key. It suggests this isn't just an overlooked problem. It's a pain that is being actively and deliberately ignored. And this suffering isn't some abstract concept. The poem makes it feel so personal, so visceral. The people are choking with grief. It's this powerful image of a population just suffocating under a sadness that the storytellers refuse to even see, let alone talk about. And then this is the real gut punch. This is where the poem brings it all crashing down to the most brutal, tangible reality. While the media is busy celebrating the powerful, the most vulnerable people are literally dying in the streets, their stories completely erased. It's just a devastating, devastating contrast. Okay, but just when everything seems completely hopeless, the poem shifts. The people have had enough, they start to fight back. So now we get to the big turning point in this ballad, a full-blown revolution. The poem lays this out in 3 really clear steps. First, there's the awakening. The people finally see the enemy for who they are. Then comes the action. They drive them out. And finally, you get this new beginning, where they put their own people in charge. It feels like this huge moment of victory, right? So, the old rulers are out, the people have won, story's over, happy ending, right? But hold on, this is where the poem gets really interesting. It asks a crucial question. Is the story really over? Did they fix the actual problem, or did they just swap out the people at the top? And that question leads us right into the poem's final, kind of cynical twist. Because it turns out, the problem wasn't just about who was in charge. It was something much deeper, and it's about to show up in a brand new form. And here it is, the twist. The country is still on shaky ground. Why? Because power, as the poet puts it, just hides in hue. It changes its colors. These new groups, the thieves in blue and green, they're now in charge. And guess what? The same old storms of lies are starting all over again. So this is the poem's really brutal conclusion. The revolution, it didn't work. Not really. The poet is suggesting that they got rid of the rulers, but they never fixed the broken system. The new powers fall into the exact same traps. It reveals that the enemy wasn't one person or one party. It was the corrupting nature of power itself. Which brings us to the ballad's final and honestly pretty chilling warning. This isn't a story with a neat, happy ending. It's a cautionary tale, and it leaves you with a question that really sticks with you. And this is really the core message, isn't it? Power changes hands. The storytellers might even change. But does the story itself ever change? The poem seems to say, no. It describes this endless cycle where the names and faces are different, but the fundamental story of power protecting itself at the expense of the truth just keeps repeating. It's a tough pill to swallow, but a really powerful idea.
And that's the ultimate question this ballad leaves us wrestling with. You have to ask, if the media only serves the powerful, then who tells the people's story? Who speaks for them? If the main channels are broken, as this poet suggests, then it all comes down to a fundamental fight for truth, a fight just to be heard at all. A lot to think about there. Thanks for digging into this with us.
Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.